If you can please watch this illusion in your washroom, that would be great. Particularly if you've recently gone to the bathroom in the washroom, it'll really help with this. So if you need a moment to go to the can and watch this, the reason why I want you to go to can, I'm going to take off my shoe here, is because I'm going to show you an optical illusion with my shoe. And my shoes tend to smell a lot like people's urinals. So you could go in, it'll have that whole scratch and smell, and you're not buying into any of this. No, but this is an optical illusion with my shoe. Watch this. All I have to do is take a little bit of the loop, let's say about that much, and get a packing knife. Now look, I'm going to do this very slowly. Look at this illusion. I mean, you would swear, I mean, it really looks like I'm cutting through the lace. I mean, it really looks like I cut through the lace. But it's just an illusion. All I have to do is give it a little wiggle like this, and look, you'll see. Just like this. Now, people can examine if they want. They can examine the blade. They can examine the blade if they want. They can examine the shoelace very carefully. They can even untie the shoelace. And everyone will agree on two things. One, wow, that is an awesome optical illusion. And two, wow, my feet really smell. Presenting a trick as an optical illusion is one of my very favorite premises. I love the fact that you're not trying to sell it as real, you're not trying to push it, this isn't real, you're admitting, by saying it's an optical illusion, you're saying it right off the top. Hey, I'm just kidding. This looks really good, but it's not actually happening. So what you get is when you start to cut through that shoelace, people go, people actually start reacting to it. All of a sudden it's like, wait a second, that is real. Or there's the audience almost pushing the magician to admit the reality of what he's doing, the exact reversal of what usually happens with magicians and audiences. So I love that. Here's an optical illusion. Now, a couple other quick comments. If you're looking for a trick to really make your reputation, okay, at school or at work or whatever, you can find people's cards, you can do cool coin tricks, and all these things I think are really beautiful. But when you do something organic and that's big and visual and seems so impromptu, I mean, how many times have you ever heard of a magician doing a really convincing and shocking magic trick with their shoe? Instead of using this, you can use a pair of scissors. But boy, this is so fast, it works well with one hand, and it takes up almost no pocket space. So I actually do a few tricks involving just a really thin packing knife like this, okay? Then I've got about, 3 inches? 3 inches of white shoelace. And you definitely want the color of the shoelace to match what you're wearing. And I've got a little piece of tape. You could use Scotch tape, but this is actually packing tape, fabric. So it's a little bit more dependable, I think, a little sturdier. Now, I've cut this out, and I press one end down, okay? One end of the shoelace down firmly on the tape, like so. Boom, okay? Then I get the other end, and I do this loop, and I press it down on that like that. I want to show you guys. So it's a loop, but it's also a piece of tape, okay? Now, I reverse this around like this. I guess, 347,000 degrees? I don't know. And this whole thing now, I carefully push down inside my thumb tip. Now the tape, depending on how, you're going to have to experiment with how much loop you want showing and how comfortable you are with your thumb and the thumb tip and all that stuff. But I generally push it down, okay? Push it down inside, about halfway down the thumb tip, and push it up against the wall there like that. You'll find you can monkey around with a little bit. That's not bad. That should be about what I'm looking for. Maybe a little short, but there. That's my setup, okay? When I want to perform this is in my pocket. This is off in my back pocket. Now, you can either practice with one hand, jamming your thumb into the thumb tip, with what you want is a bit of the loop against the pad of the thumb. The whole thing gets pushed down inside. So it's like this, basically, okay? You can practice doing it with one hand, or, once this sucker's on, you can put it on with two hands below the table, behind your back, when your friends are not looking, whatever. And now, you can just wear this for the next few minutes until you want to perform, okay? You can still pick up your coffee with it, all this stuff. Nobody's looking to see if your thumb is weird, so relax, okay? And when you want to perform the trick, say, here's an optical illusion. I kick off my shoe with one foot, bend down, pick up my shoe. Okay, like that. They see my shoe. Now, I don't want to just bring this hand in when it's time for the loop. So what's nice is that you can then come in here and notice my fingers. I want you to see this. My fingers are covering where the thumb tip is, and now I'm moving the thumb directly behind the shoe. So with a bit of practice in front of a mirror, you'll learn that you never have to even show the thumb tip at all, okay? Then you move from here. You say, I'm going to do an optical illusion with this. You can have someone examine. Go ahead, examine my shoelace, okay? And you can do some gag about, I need you to be slightly drunk or intoxicated, so just smell my shoe for a bit. That'll get you dizzy. The optical illusion will look even better. Then I'm going to do an action here. I'm going to come over here, okay? Take hold of this, okay? Or actually, let's reverse it. I'm going to grab the shoe from below, come over, apparently grab a bit of the loop, okay, in the thumb, and then I immediately transfer to here, and I grab the thumb tip and pull the loop up a little bit out of the thumb tip. It's all one action, okay? So again, that's all tucked in there. I transfer, and let's say I'm doing it from this side. I grab here, I come over here and just pull up a little bit of the loop. The whole thing flows beautifully. From this point, I probably should have made it slightly longer, but from this point, I flow from here right into my pocket, so it's got a nice flow. And now really lean in, let people examine this and say, look at this illusion, huh? I mean, you guys would swear I'm cutting that. I mean, that looks really like I'm cutting through the lace, doesn't it? It's an amazing illusion. And of course, everyone at this point is reacting going, that's not an illusion, it's real, whatever. This, you can hand it to someone to be examined or put it down, let's say you're at the bar stool there. I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna tuck this back inside with my thumb. As I go, I'm gonna grab these two, move it down. Rather than just coming in with a big awkward thumb, I'm going to grab two fingers at the front, thumb at the back, and give sort of a magic wiggle, as if I'm restoring it. I'm going to open, and this is when I push it down into the thumb, okay, and immediately move my hand down to here. And now I've got everything on the thumb tip, and notice it doesn't matter if it's the wrong way around, because everything is hidden behind the hand, and I'm here. And now I'm massaging this. And you'll find, try this 5, 6, 7 times. Really walk through it, really rehearse it. And you'll get this nice flow here. And that's where I mention, I say, you know, and I'll say, if you guys want to examine, let me know if you want to examine, and I pick this up. Okay, so you can move from here down to here, pick this up off the stool, put this in your pocket there, getting rid of that, come back here, massage some more here to really stretch out that moment, and finish, showing that as realistic and as amazing and as convincing as it looked, it obviously was an illusion after all.